I have always enjoyed working with older people. They have so many wonderful stories to tell. I remember the last person I worked with for over 5 years. Let's call him Henry. A good, lovely old man who was 92 years old the last year I had him. He was very fond of his age, but actually present was not the best at the end. We used to go out for walks and sit down in the park. He used to always tell about the time he was a barber. He does not talk about his dead wife, who passed away the year after I started working for him. During the last 4 years, he is really losing his strength and presence. He would love visiting his wife every day. I took him to the cemetery, but he did not seem to understand why we went to the cemetery. He always said that she was at the retirement home, the Sun. It was hard for me to say it, but I got to do it every time. Unfortunately, your wife died a couple years ago. He started to crying, and it was hard to deal with. It was part of life. So every time we went to her grave, he always put flowers on her grave. Dear Elsa, our children are fine. I'll take care of them. Rest now. So should do everything ready for tonight. What I didn't know, they didn't have any children or grandchildren. But I don't want to destroy more, so I didn't say anything. We went on smaller walks at the end, and it wasn't often he wanted to go out at all. He always tell that the children will come home soon and that he must feed them when they get home. I thought it was a part of his confused head that took over more and more, so I didn't say anything about it. Have a nice night, Henry. See you in the morning. Can't you stay and help me with the kids, please? I will come to you in the morning so I can help you. He said nothing and just smiled at me. And he sat down in the armchair and light up a cigar. I went home that night. That Henry had passed away the same night. That he had fallen asleep quietly in his armchair. I felt sad in my heart. It was still 5 years I had worked with him. Rest in peace, Henry. I was always worried about the police calling and asking about the people you work with, because there are, unfortunately, those who didn't do their jobs and mistreated the elders. I got a call from a protected number, so I answered. It's Jimmy here. Hello, Jimmy. This is the police inspector Hans Blixt. I wonder if you have the keys to the deceased Henry Magnusson. Yes, I have. Is it something special you need to know? I would like you to come down and let us in. We would like to make a final check. Absolutely. I will be there in 20 minutes. That will be good. See you then. See you then. Bye. I got a bad feeling. I drove down to Henry's old house, but the police are already there and the door is open. I get a little taken and do not understand what is happening. The police that spoke to me asked me to accompany him. We entered the house. Many memories came back to me, and we went up the stairs. into Henry's room. The police did open the closet and took out all of the clothes. It turned out that there was a small door in the old closet, and that door was locked. The police find the keychain on the door in the room. The police open, and that stench that came out of that room, it makes me want to vomit. I looked into the small room. There is a small table and a couple of chairs where there are children sitting. 2 children, and they are rotting. I fall down to the floor and are in shock. After the shock has settled, the police take me down and let me go home. I got a letter from the police that writes that I am not a suspect. What makes it all terrible is that I hear Henry's echoing voice in my head. Dear Elsa, our children are fine. I'll take care of them. Rest now, so should do everything ready for tonight.